And here in the KTN Online segment, we are talking about what the IEBC tweeted earlier. And, they said that about 11,155 polling stations that will be affected by the lack of 2G and 3G as well as 4G network coverage. They have actually listed or tweeted the number of counties and polling stations that will be affected and how many of the polling stations will be affected. And among them, we have Baringo, Bomet, Bungoma, Busia, Elgeyo Marakwet, and the numbers as well are on there. If you go to the IEBC Twitter handle, that is at IEBC Kenya, you'll be able to find out the number of polling stations that will be affected in all these 32 counties. So just take a look. But in studio, I've got Fred Wahome, who is a forensics expert or cybersecurity expert. And we also have Kenise Agira, who is a lawyer and the chair of Cybersecurity and Forensics Association in Kenya here. Thank you guys for staying with us. Now, I want to talk about something that Joseph Tala actually mentioned. He said transmission is secondary. The primary is declaration of results at the polling station. We have our calculators on. No joking this time. Do you agree that transmission is secondary? The primary is declaration of results. Kenise?
Absolutely, that's correct. Because courtesy of the court ruling that was done a while back, where all results that are declared at constituency level are final. Now that saves a lot, because when you say they are declared and they're final, and remember it in the company of the party agents for verifications, and then the Form 34, and remember even the transmission, they just need to scan the forms and then transmit, meaning if it's final at this level, should anything happen during transmission, that's not a big challenge.
Right.
What will be a big challenge is if whatever is declared is not accountable. It's not accounted for.
All right. Fred, I would like to hear from you. Transmission is secondary, the primary is declaration. Are we looking at a situation where transmission or transmitted results can differ from the declared results? And what happens in that incident?
Okay, well, a major principle in cybersecurity is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And if any of these lacks at the final data that has been transmitted, then there's a problem. So the main issue here is what is the issue between the data that has already been declared at the polling station and the final data that has been transmitted. If there is a disparity, will be there any issue?
Right.
Yes, that would be the main question now. Because anything can happen, but the most important thing is to assure Kenyans that transmission is already catered for, because there's the issue of encryption and all that.
All right.
Yes, that should be not be a major issue.
Okay, it shouldn't be a major issue. All right, and remember, you can go to the IEBC Kenya Twitter handle and look at the details of some of those polling stations that will be affected. Here on KTN News, we are also taking a look at what you're saying online, and we'll be back shortly, but would like to pave way for one of the human interest features that we'd like to take a look at here. What role or what women go through to vie for these political positions is one of those that is coming up at 8 p.m, but also right about now.